The Masterclass series is graciously funded by the National Endowment for the Arts. Art Works. In an age where college funding is limited, education resources are questionable, and arts programs are being cut, the Coalition for African Americans in the Performing Arts, better known as CAAPA, has stepped up to the plate. Inspired by Kappa as part of its commitment in supporting classical music education and performance artists throughout the United States and abroad, we offer the Masterclass series. Kappa marries serious music students with acclaimed music masters of color, targeting historically black colleges and universities, or HBCUs, high school performing arts schools, and music conservatories, including the universities of Alabama State, Clark Atlanta, Fisk, Hampton, Howard, Lane College, Morgan State, North Carolina Central, Spelman College, Virginia State, and Xavier University of Louisiana. Since its launching in 2014, the Masterclass series helps students work on technique, improve stage presence, fine-tune performances, and build self-confidence. While emphasis is placed on classical music students to participate in the Masterclass series, audiences and faculty members are also encouraged to attend the free-to-the-public sessions. An exciting and fresh way to help Kappa bring color to the classics. The Coalition for African Americans in the Performing Arts, in partnership with Jackson State University, presents the Masterclass series, the premier Black classical music Masterclass series. American-born bass baritone Derrick Lawrence's successful career has led to performances with world-renowned opera houses and festivals. His performances include leading roles with the opera companies of Santa Fe, Stuttgart, Hungarian State, Aspen Music Festival, Prague National Theatre, and Théâtre du Châtelet, just to name a few. Mr. Lawrence impressed audiences in various roles such as Figaro, Eugene Onegin, Escamillo, Pizarro, Macbeth, Count Almaviva, Alfio, and Talbot. He went on to sing Emperor in Das Wunder der Helene in Kaiserslautern and Mahen theaters. Derrick received music degrees from the North Carolina School of the Arts, the Juilliard School of Music, and the Curtis Institute of Music. His accomplishments in numerous international singing competitions consist of the named awards from Grace Bunbury, Maria Lanza, George London, Sullivan Foundation, the Richard Tucker Jacobson Study Grant, and the 2006 Zelt Prize for Outstanding Classical Artists. As the first singer to win the International Music Program competition, he performed over 60 debut recitals in venues across Europe and won the Metropolitan Opera National Council auditions at the beginning of his career. Facilitating today's masterclass is baritone Derrick Lawrence. Before we meet the music master, I just would like to say hello to everyone and welcome to CAAPA's virtual masterclass series. My name is Angela Renee Simpson, and I am the program director of the series and your host. I would like to thank Jackson State University and its music department for agreeing to partner with us today in bringing color to the classics. To the JSU music students and faculty who are observing via Zoom, we have a short question and answer session after Mr. Lawrence finishes working with Mr. Sanderfer. Please feel free to use the chat button for any questions you may have. And those who are watching on Facebook Live, please post your questions in the comment. Now, without further ado, I bring to you our music master, baritone Derrick Lawrence, followed by JSU senior mezzo-soprano, Ms. Maya Davis.
Hello, Ms. Davis, how are you?
I'm doing lovely, thanks for asking.
Thank you. So what would you sing for us today and also the composer?
Today I'm going to be performing Voix et sapete from Le Notte di Figaro by Mozart.
Okay. Che bella voce. Hey, very beautiful, pretty voice. Listen, how long have you been singing this?
I'd say about 2 years.
2 years. I have to say, and I'm happy to say it, for the most part, your Italian is not bad. There's one word that you use, the CEO. CEO is always long. Sometimes you go CEO instead of CEO, okay? But we'll get to that. Okay, first, I want to talk about this character a little bit. Tell me something about Cherubino.
So Carabino is like a young soldier boy, like I'm a young man, and I'm experiencing love for the first time.
So what happens right before he sings this aria?
So right now I'm in the room with the Countess who I am catching feelings for, and Suzanne is in the room with us as well.
Yes, but you know, Cherubino catches feelings for everything. He's a young man full of hormones. Anything that walks by, he's just, you know, he has to have, he doesn't know. That's what you're speaking about the whole time in this aria. You have these feelings that's new to you, and you just don't know how to handle this a little bit. Now, let's sort of, I'm going to play around with you. I want to try to make this aria a bit easier for you. Okay? When you first start, you go, voy, voy. It's too much air. How can we stop that air from passing through like that?
Probably engaging more.
I don't know. Let's see. Show me. Okay, good. Listen. Very good. Now, what I want you to do is on this voy, I want you to support the V. A lot of people always want to go to the vowels. Of course, we're singers, we sing the vowel, but support the V. And for an exercise, what I would like for you to do right now is, can you see me? And on that first, just on that first note. Yeah, do you feel the engagement in your body, the lower body with this V? You feel that?
Yes, sir.
That's what you're going to follow for a second, so that we don't get this explosion of air. Okay? So what I want you to do is do the first phrase just like that, the entire phrase. Keep going. You see where you are? You feel that in your body? Yes. And that's what we want to start. So support the voy, support the V. I only want you to sing voy at the moment. Yes. And follow that. And that support that you feel in your body. And when you get to voy que sapete, don't let down. Voy que sapete, que cosa. You're already in the same place. You get me? All right, let's try. Exactly. Now, how does that feel?
It's like more connected.
Exactly. Now, what if I asked you to do that all on one breath? On one breath. It's just for an exercise. A lot of times people take it all on one breath, but I'm just doing it for an exercise. Voy que sapete, que cosa, without a breath. Yeah, it's only going to cost the body a little bit. Now, I'm adding a lot of stuff to this because you seem to be very smart. So I feel I can add a lot of things. Now, really put your feet in the ground. And you're going to feel like your chest is a little high because he's a little pompous. You see? And, you know, and I want you to carry that the whole time you're singing this with the things that we spoke about. Don't forget to support the V. Okay, right now it sounds like it's oversung, but who cares? It's just so that people learn to support the consonants, because consonants most likely comes before the vowel. Okay, so support the V a little bit, okay? Go. Yeah. Now, voi che sapete che cosa. I'm still in the same place. Don't go voi che sapete and you fall down. That's too much. It's too much to climb that mountain again. So keep it on the same plateau. You understand? You get me? Yeah. That's fine. I don't mind you taking the breath like that, but I just wanted to stay connected. Now, does it feel as heavy as it did when you started? No. Exactly. So you're going to learn to play with this music a little bit, and that's what we're going to do. Now, do it with the music, and we go on to the next phrase. From the beginning, yeah. Okay, good. Stop. Now, you don't want to start where you're going. You understand what that statement means? You go, don ne vedete, because the whole time, if you're da, 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 it's going to cost you, and it's not Mozart. Okay, so and let the breath do that. Okay, donne. No, do, not do. We're gonna watch that breath. Do. You see what I'm doing? Look at me. Do instead of do, donne. Yes, si-o, si-o, yeah. Yeah, yes, that's good. Now, could you can do it even more. Donne vedete, si-o nel cor. You know, just play with it. I don't want you to start and just be so loud the whole time. You don't have to. And it's, you know, we don't need that. Don't sing at us, sing for us. Okay? And double the ends. Don, okay? Okay, good. C-O, you get the other C-O right, but the first C-O you don't get right. Don ne vedete C-O lo nel cor, okay? We're gonna do it again because I believe you can get it. Don ne vedete. And look at this. And I let the breath come. Play with it. You hear it. You're a smart girl. I hear it. Donne. Stop. The donne. Yes. That's good. It was good. That was great. Exactly, because see, all of a sudden, all that air is going out. Donne. Okay, again. That was perfect. Don't stop. It's good. You're getting it. Si, oh, lo, nel cor. Can you do that? Go, 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 go. Exactly. Again, do, never, do. It's a different going. Do, 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 never. You understand? Do. It's almost like this O, a little bit with this D. You like drinking it up. And I don't really like that analogy so much, but I want you to think that way. Do, never, okay? Okay, keep going. Good. Now, remember, don't start where you're going. Quello che io provo, quello che io provo. Okay? Okay, sentona, look, sentona, it's in the same place. Sentona, fetto, not sentona, sentona, fetto, okay? Perfect, perfect. On sento, affetto, release the jaw a little bit. Sento, affetto. Perfect. Now, I want you to do this whole phrase again. Quello che provo. And remember, don't start where you're going, so you have somewhere to go. You understand? So that means if I'm going to ask you to start this phrase a little softer, I still want the same energy, but that means you really have to be on your breath. You understand? It's really engaged, okay? Okay, good. Per me nuovo capir non so. Maybe, what does that mean?
Liquid. Which one? Capir non so?
Per me nuovo capir non so. Non so.
Non so. It's new. Nuevo, no, new.
Yes. He said, you know, but this feeling I have, it's a new feeling. And I don't understand it. You know, so you wouldn't go, and it's a new feeling and I don't understand it. You know, it's like, you know, it's a new feeling and I just don't understand it. You understand? I mean, I'm in the wrong place, but you know what I mean. E per me nuovo, okay? E per nuovo. No. Per, Keep going. Keep going, that's great. Okay, good. Not bad. So, not bad at all. So, really, I have to say it's a pretty voice, and I'm really impressed with a lot of the Italian. I really am. It's, you know, this CEO or something, but I'm really impressed with it. Can you go back to Sento un affetto? If you went Sento un affetto on one note, sing that one line on one note. Yes, Sento un affetto. They're all cousins. They're in the same place.
5 minutes, Mr. Lawrence. You have 5 minutes.
Okay. You can't go Sento un affetto. Sento un affetto. Can you do that on that note? Yes, yes. Now do this phrase. As come scritto, the way it's written. Beautiful, keep going. That's beautiful, keep going. I mean, stop. Yes, a new color, right there. That was beautiful. Now you get this a whole new color. Okay, right there. That was good. J-Lo. Okay, very beautiful, very beautiful. And I love that chest voice there. Mr. Smith, could you please play a Cora di letto, Cora e Matir, and then the next phrase so that she can hear the chord on the word J-Lo. You hear how that music changes there? And you goes, what do you say that J-Lo e poi sento?
In one moment I'm frozen, I freeze up, J-Lo.
Exactly. And then the other one, and then the next time you're in flames. So if you, Mr. Smith, if you could please play just the couple of measures before she sings the J-Lo e poi. Good, perfect. That's good, keep going. Okay, very beautiful. I wish that I was there to really push you around and pull you around, because that's what I would really do. And when you start in these phrases, don't sing so much. You don't have to sing so much. And you know, listen, in the right hand, when Mr. Mr. Smith is playing. That's all you hear in the orchestra. It's just this pizzicati in the orchestra. And you know, and your voice is just riding over that. So every time you start these phrases, don't start so loud, because then you have nowhere to go. And actually, and the whole time, Cherubino's like, you know, he doesn't know what to do. These hormones are all in him. It's new for him. Just play with the idea. And I think if you are smart enough to learn these arias, and if you're going to be singing arias, and I think you should, go into detail with the characters. Read it, start making characters out of them. And I'm going to ask you to be careful with that word seal. Sometimes you want to go seal. You understand? Seal. You understand? And voi que, don't think voi que sapete, que voi que sapete. Everything is here.
Mr. Lawrence, that's time.
Okay. Listen, thank you so very much for sharing with me. That was very beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You okay?
Thank you, Ms. Davis. Next, we have JSU Junior tenor Jaylen Sanderfer.
Hi, Jaylen. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this aria? Because a lot of people don't know it.
So I'll be singing Vainement by Edward Laou. And in this aria, I'm getting engaged, I'm getting marrying Roseanne, and I'm outside her door, I'm singing to her basically saying how much I love her and my emotions. And I'm telling, in the beginning, I'm saying, since we cannot sway these shows guardians, if I want to go in, I want to see you, but I can't because the wedding hasn't started yet. So I'm basically just expressing those feelings I have for her.
Okay. Wonderful. Bravo, 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 bravo. Very, very beautiful. Thank you very much. Now, if I was to, what's the one thing that you have to continuously work on with this aria? What's the problem that you think you have as a singer in this aria?
I would say like connecting it more and really, and probably like the engagement and just making it more connected.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of can break it up at some moments, so it has
Mm-hmm.
more of a line.
Okay. As a matter of fact, can we go to, let's start at the Vainement, ma bien-aimée. Let's start there again. Okay, good. Yeah, you go. Vainement, ma bien-aimée. Vainement, ma bien-aimée. Tia-da-di-da-di-dum-pa. Tia-da-da. Don't Vainement. Da-da-da-di. No, make music with it. And it would change a lot. Your voice is fine. It's big enough. Don't worry about it. Make music with it. Tia-da-da, Vainement. Not bad. Vainement. And like I was saying earlier, it's here. If you had to take one note, you know what? People make singing so difficult sometimes. We all do, because we all singers. But if you was to take one note, Vainement, Vainement, ma bien-aimée, Vainement, bien, Vainement. Then you would think Vainement. See where it lies in your speaking voice. And also remember, this is a part of your voice that's not very difficult. Vainement, da-da-da-dee. Don't sing it us. As a matter of fact, bring us into your atmosphere. Bring us into you. Because when you sing before thousands of people in the house, you can't sing at those people. You have to learn the artistry. You have to learn the magic to bring all those people into you. There's no time to be singing at people. Bring us into your magic. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Let's try it. Vainement again. There, please. Good, keep going. Very, very good. Le soleil, what's the pitch? Da dum ba dee dee da dum ba. Le soleil. Hear that music line? Ba dee da da-dee-dum, dee-dee-dum, ba-dee. Listen, let me tell you something. What are you saying there? You know what you're saying there?
Yes, so I'm saying the suns can fade in the nice clear place days in what do I say, Tundra, and I'm saying I will stay forever. So
Yes, I mean, listen, if every man could say that to a woman, we probably wouldn't have so many divorces. You know what I mean? He said the sun will die out and the nights will replace the days. But regardless, in whatever happens, I am there. I will remain here forever. You understand? So don't make this as a love song. Play with it, okay?
yes, sir.
Good, stop. Can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? Instead of going, can you make it a little longer? As a matter of fact, can you go, you hear NG, yang, yang. Yes. Yes. You feel where the NG is?
Yes.
It's a nice place. It's a nice place to be. So that's where I want you to start it. Play with it right there. Do it again. Now add the text. You're good. Add the text in that same place. Okay? But that was good. That's it. Do it again. And follow da da dee, dee, dum, ba. Listen, you do anything for her. So right here in the orchestra, if you're good, a great conductor will give you time there. Yeah, but that all has to mean something. What does this? Why all of a sudden you singing that? Why?
I'm saying like I will wait forever. So I'm saying like I'm outside her door and basically I'm beginning and anticipating and I'm ready to see her. I'm ready for the wedding ceremony.
Yes. Now I want you to do me a favor. We're going to add something to this. I want you to go. Is the piano? Is it stable? I want you to go and lean in the crook of that piano, and I want you to sing. I want you to do this whole phrase again. And you just act like you're just in a cocktail bar or something. I just want to take the pressure off. Lay that, put one arm on the piano, in the crook of the piano, and I want you to just chill out a bit, right in there. You know, cross your legs, yes. Just relax, really find that place. Now, da-dee-dee-dum. Okay, let's talk about it. How does that feel?
I feel a little bit more relaxed.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. Get you to relax a little bit. And when you get ya di di ram ba di di da ya da di ram ba di da di da di da di di da, why do you say ah? She's at her door. She's at, and they will not let her out. But you know that's your lady. And it's your wedding day. This right. I want you to pick one thing in the auditorium. I can't see what's in the auditorium. Pick one thing in the auditorium. I want your eyes focused on that one thing. And I want you to go back and sing this same phrase again. Listen, in opera, sometimes you sing the same phrase. You go to an opera session and you sing one phrase for 1 hour. And it's not necessary. Sometimes, because I'm not there and I'm not your vocal teacher, I can tell you what I hear and try to fix you in a different kind of way. And sometimes an interpretive way can also fix technical problems. You understand what I'm saying? So go back in the piano and don't sing at us. Bring us into you. Bring us into you. You have the magic. Okay, stop. Yeah, play with the music. You have enough voice, okay? Yes, yeah. Now, how did that feel?
It felt good. It felt more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's good. Da 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 da. This. That place right there. What do you feel in your body when you do that? Can you do me a favor? Mr. Williams, he can play chromatics from an A to, I think it's just the vocalize chromatically. Yes. Yes, that's what you're gonna do on the vocalize right now. Not but like love. Love is very fast. No, you're gonna do it chromatically. And Mr. He's gonna play with you. Love. Yes. Yes, very good. Do it again. Now, you're saying love?
Love.
I want you to do it on the word love. Yes, and when you get to this, I want you to think love. I want you to sing the word love because it's in the high, it's in the acoustic. No one really cares what that word is a and sometimes the is very close to the O, and we have to shape it a little bit because sometimes we can't go la. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, so la. You can use that right now just to help you, but get on the breath and do it. Yeah. Yes. And it's a better connection. You understand? Instead of la, and right into that falsetto place. At least there's a little bit of voix mix in there. You understand what I'm saying? La. Those partials have to come together a little bit. And this is my way of speaking about that without getting too technical.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, go
5
back
minutes,
to
Mr. Lawrence, 5 minutes.
Okay, go back to and continue with the aria. Very good. I'm gonna stop you because it's so good. You can't do that. Come from that place. It's like crawling a tightrope. It is. So do it again. I know you can do it. Yes. Bring us to you. Very good. What I would like you to do is just take the time and really don't be afraid to just learn these things, these songs. And at this stage of the game, go ahead and really do the work on them now, because this is a song aria that you can possibly do also when you're older. And at your age, you want to learn it correctly, so that when the time comes that you're 40 years old and you have to sing this aria again, it won't seem so far away, but learn it right, correctly, the right way now. You understand what I'm saying? And take your time and make music. Make music. You're talking to this woman, and the guards are in front of you and they don't want you to have her, but you know that's your woman. And you said, I don't care. I am going to be here. I am here for you. It's a love song. It's a love song. And that's what you have to think about. I think you're very talented. I have to keep my ears open for you. Please, please work on everything that way. Take your time and do it slowly and do it correctly. And don't feel like you have to sing at people. Don't do that. Bring us into your atmosphere. Bring us to you. You don't have time to be singing at an audience. We sing for the audience. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
That's what you need to do. Think about that. Just sing for us. That's all. And really, and try not to go here. Here. This way. You get me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, bravo. Very good.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions?
Let's see. So, what would you say? Did you always want to do this, perform, or what was like that moment for you when you realized that you wanted to do this professionally and for a career?
Well, I think I knew something. I knew at a young child that I had some kind of voice going on, and I wasn't sure which direction I would take. I didn't know. And then someone took me to this very, very old Italian teacher when I was 14 years old. And I studied with her from the age of 14 until I was 18, and until I went off to college, and I got the bug. You know, most of us come from families that can sing, and I was like, why should I go to a voice teacher? Well, I can already sing, you know what I mean? And she taught me something else. And she taught me really, some things. I was like, wow, this is interesting. I was interested in the science of it, actually. And that's what happened. But, you know, people take different routes. You know, learn how to sing, and you can sing whatever you want to sing. You understand what I'm saying? But learn how to do it correctly, and you can sing whatever you want to sing. That's how I look at it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Sanderfer. Now we'll have our question and answer session. If those who are watching via Zoom can post your questions to Mr. Lawrence in the chat. Those who are in the audience at Jackson State, if they wish to pose a question, please come up to the stage and do so. And also you can post a question on Facebook Live and on YouTube Live. So let me start off with the questions, Mr. Lawrence. So you are our first artist that we've had on who made his career in Europe. His operatic, his singing career in Europe. So we're offering this to students to let them know that United States is not the only place you can have your career. So can you explain to us or describe to us how that came about, and why did you make that decision to have your career in Europe as opposed to the United States?
Well, it's not like I never sang in the United States.
Yeah,
I sang in a few opera houses there and everything. But I remember the first time coming to Europe was when I won a competition. And I was a sophomore in college. And I had to, undergrad, go to Italy, Germany, France, London, England, and I had to do recitals. But I was very young when winning this competition, and my teacher wouldn't allow me to come without him. And I got my first experience doing all those concerts. You know, I really learned a lot. And I never thought really that I would come to Europe to sing, necessarily fest. And if so, it would be Italy, I thought. But then my wife at the time, I was singing in America and also teaching at the North Carolina School of the Arts. And my wife at the time received the Festvertrag in Germany, and we had a little boy also. So we, you know, you have to make a decision. Are you going to go with your family, or are you going to stay? So I went with my family, and I was like, look, I sing a lot. And, you know, I know Germany, I know Europe a little bit. So I came here, and that's what happened. And then, you know, from there, it just went on. I started doing a couple of auditions, and people warned me, you know, you come to Europe, the first year is this and this and this and that, or it's very difficult. And immediately once I arrived in Europe and auditioned for agents, it never stopped. It never stopped. Okay. Yeah.
Good. That's wonderful. Yeah. That's wonderful. So if you had a piece of advice to give the students who are now in school, maybe something that you wish you had known while you were in school, now that you've made a career for yourself, what would be the one thing you would tell these students who are viewing or who are participating?
I think what should happen is there should be someone to come into the school system each semester, maybe 6 weeks out of a semester, and demand that all singers take a class in management, agencies, and money. It should be a required class. It's those things, because let me tell you, you know, when you're a young singer, and I got started really young, and you're a young singer, and they putting $10,000 in your pocket. And you know, hey, they putting $10,000 in your pocket, and you just, listen, you don't know nothing about that.
Right.
You don't know nothing about that.
Right.
You know, and all this money and all this stuff, and I'm just like, woo, 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 you know. And if I can look back, if I can just look at all the times, all the money I've you know, for whatever, you know,
Right.
But
We should invest in some stock. That's what we should
yes,
do.
really,
Right.
exactly. But you know, I was young. I remember, you know, in 1991 when I won the Met, I was still a student at Curtis, and I remember taking my opera class. Could you imagine this? I took my our opera studio to dinner.
Ooh.
Because that's how I am. I'm generous. But now I look back, I was like, what? You know,
How many? Let me ask. How many was in the studio?
I don't know, maybe 15 or so. I'm not sure. But you know, I just felt that way. But you know, that's a lot of money to, you don't have any, someone needs to come into the school and really teach how that works.
How to
know?
manage it.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, listen up, students. Listen up. When you get that first fee, take half and invest it, and take the other half.
And also, the thing is, I think
taxes. Taxes come first. Come out first. Don't forget those taxes.
You better put some away for
put some away for the taxes. That's right.
Yeah. And also, I think also competitions are good. I think competitions are good because think about it, you know, someone's going to pay you all this money, a lot of money, just to come in and sing the best you can for 15 minutes. What? Yeah. That was my philosophy back in school. Well, 15 minutes of good singing, I got that. Let's go. Right. And I won so many competitions just from that. I mean, not only from that mindset, but I think people should participate in competitions. I mean, and a lot of teachers say, oh, just do it for the experience. Don't do it for the experience. Yeah, do it to win. You can have experience at home singing. You know what I mean?
Right. Let me ask you this. Did you do a young artist program?
I never did. I never did. Well, let me think. Do you think it's,
let me ask you this. Do you think it should be, you should, as a student now, that do you think it behooves them to be participate in a young artist program? Or, see, I'm the same way. I did not do a young artist program. My career is significantly different. It's not the traditional career, but I went straight to work. That was my experience. My young artist program is right there, being on the stage, working with the conductor, with the coach, with the director. All that was happening. And I was getting paid to do it. So yes, exactly. Do you suggest that they continue to do, will seek out a young artist program? Or
I think it's very important. I think it's very important. I really do. I think it's really, really good to have. You can learn a lot. And also, it takes you away from your home, your school. Go somewhere else and learn from someone else. You know, here's a different coach, here's a different singer, here's other singers. You understand? And I think you can really learn a lot that way. Oh, I just thought about it. I did go to Santa Fe.
Okay.
I went to Santa Fe, but I don't know if what did they call it? They call it apprenticeship.
Apprenticeship, yeah, same thing.
Yeah, apprenticeship. But it wasn't, I was working, I was singing, doing roles. Yeah. You know, it wasn't like, okay, here, young man, da, 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 da. And that's a funny story because I think the first time I auditioned for Santa Fe, my God, I think I was like a sophomore in college, undergrad. And Mr. Crosby at the time was running the program. And I went to him and auditioned. And I remember singing something for him. And then years later, he heard me. I went to audition for him and he said, welcome back. The first time they didn't take me because I was just too young. And the second time he said, welcome back. I remember you from years ago.
Wow.
And he gave me a couple of roles. Yeah.
Wonderful. We do have a question from Dr. LEWIS-HALE. Can you speak about singing with orchestral versus piano accompaniment?
Yes. Well, the thing is, that's why I talk about certain things in vocal technique, because there's certain things we have to have. I mean, there's the presence of a sound, because you have an orchestra there. The presence of the sound is really, really important, but your technique stays the same. Maybe you have to do a little bit more of this or a little less of this, but it's the presence of the body and the sound. And this is the sound. Here is the sound. We have the body, but here is the sound. And we have to know how that works. We have to, that's how I feel. And you got to ride over an orchestra. You have to ride over an orchestra. And, you know, and those things can be taught in the studio. And it's just more intense. You ride over that orchestra. A lot of people, you know, you hear singers, we all know, and everybody gets so,
I call it the woofy sound.
Yeah, I mean, you know, right? Really? You know, it's like, get up out of that space.
Yeah.
You know,
I did that as a young singer. I did the same thing.
You know, listen, but, you know, get up out of that place. Sometimes, you know, people just get in this place and stay. But sometimes you need to use the space and come out of it.
Yeah.
You understand? You know, this is not a place that we live. It's a place that we visit. You know, but when you sit there the whole time, and you know, and you hear people with substantial voices and they're on the stage doing opera or concert or whatever it is, and you can't even hear them.
Right.
And if you stand beside them, I've done this many times, stand beside someone and they right beside them, they feel like their voice is huge.
Yeah.
And if you go in the house, you can't even hear
it. Right.
Absolutely. It's here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but we have this. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so let me ask you this. Let's get your experience as a singer who is living in Europe. How did COVID affect your career?
Oh, gee, are you serious? Are we gonna do that? Really? A lot of things canceled. A lot of things canceled. And you know what's interesting is that when COVID first hit, I was quarantined for 2 weeks in Brazil because that's where I was. I was getting ready to do, I was at the Mozart and I was getting ready to do opera albums. I was gonna do a few things and I got stuck there. And so, and then everything from that point on canceled. Everything. Everything, you know? And so, and then I had to learn how to live through the COVID like we all did, you know? And my other passion is to teach. And so that's what I did. That's what I did. But now things are opening up again, you know, and I'm happy about it. Yeah. But it opens up and then it closes down, open up and close down. So, you know, but you make the best out of it, you know, learn music, do something.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't see any, I don't think we have any more questions here, but so if you had to leave a piece of advice for students who are actively seeking a career in opera, what is the one piece of advice that you would leave with them?
Languages, have a good head, be strong, try to learn now. Would you
suggest that they be fluent?
I think it makes a big difference if you are, you know, I mean, because it's one thing to learn something from the IPA, you know, and it's another thing to be able to speak the language. Then you have a whole nother flavor of the language, you understand? And it comes out easy. I just can't explain it because I've been here so long. But it's, I think that's the most important thing. And also knowing who you are. Start learning that. At 20 years old, people don't know who they are. But start learning now who you are. And, you know, you can't fall for anything. You have to know who you are, you know, and that is a very important thing in this business. Very, very, as you know, it's a very important thing. And if not, then you're all over the place. You have the standards and don't, you know, and be nice to your colleagues as much as possible.
Absolutely.
Be nice to the colleagues, you know, you're not subject to nobody's rudeness. That's what I'm gonna say.
Right.
And that goes for conductors, directors, et cetera, I mean, we're all human, we can sit and talk. We can have a conversation. But rudeness, you know, you got to nip that in the bud already, you know, at a young age. I mean, at least I did. You know, everybody's a little different, but those are the things. Those are some very important things. And learn yourself, and learn what you can, especially if you come to Europe. Learn what you can and cannot sing, because in Europe they'll call you for anything.
Yes.
They call you for, listen, someone called me one time for Otello.
Mm.
No.
Okay, we're gonna leave that right there. We're just gonna leave that one right.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, know what you can do.
Right.
You know.
Okay, we have a comment from Janice Dixon.
Hi, Miss Dixon.
Thank you very much, Derrick Lawrence. You have given these wonderful singers very much, very positive and encouraging. That's what
Thank you, Miss Dixon.
And now we'll make this the last question. What is the hardest part about preparing for a role in a full-scale opera? What do you approach first?
You know, really, everybody have a different approach.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody have a different approach in how they do this. You know, I just break the book open. Let's go. Mm-hmm. You know, it depends on what it is. Sometimes I start with the arias, but most of the time I start from the beginning. But it depends on the opera also. You know, but there's no other way to do it but then do it. Everybody have their technique and how they do it. I just tend to start from the beginning and just work my way through. And I like to have time with roles. I have over 80 roles, and I'm happy to say that. A third of them I would never sing again. Right. But the thing is also, I love to have time in between roles, at least 6 months to a year, depending on what I'm singing. I would love to have that much time, you know, to get it in your body, you know, to get it seasoned and all these types of things. It's really important.
And we do have one final question that came popped right in. When will you return to the US to perform?
I hope really, 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 really soon. It's not that I haven't been asked. I have been asked, but it has to be the right thing. You know, I'm at a certain age in my life, and I know it sounds bad. I know people are gonna say, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. I don't care, you know. I want to do what I want to do. Don't call me to America to sing. It has to be the right thing.
Right.
And if it's the right thing, I will come there and do it. I'm American.
That just goes back to knowing who you are as a singer.
Exactly. And, you know, I'm American, and I would love to come back and do something great. You know, I'm ready to sing a new song. You know, I'm ready to sing it. When you're in the theaters here and you sing in one season 25 Macbeths and 25 from this or that, I mean, you know, and then it comes back the next season, right. You know, after a while, you just like, I like Macbeth, but that's like eating chicken all the time. I need a little steak, you know? So, you know, but when opportunity will present itself for me to come back, and I will come back. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, this ends our question and answer session. And now we have Dr. Phyllis Lewis-Hale from Jackson State University to say a few words.
Thank you so much for having Jackson State University be a part of the series. The students had a wonderful time, and they learned a great deal. And we look forward to continuing this relationship with CAAPA in the future. Thank you so much to Dr. Becky Roberts, Dr. Loretta Galbraith, Mr. Rodney Vaughn, who is our link to the CAAPA organization. We're so grateful. Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing more of your programs throughout the year.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. So this concludes our CAAPA's virtual masterclass with Jackson State University. I hope everyone enjoyed the performances as well as took away some valuable information from Mr. Lawrence. CAAPA would like to thank the JSU Music Department Chair, Dr. Lisa Beckley Roberts, Dr. Phyllis Lewis-Hale, accompanist Mr. Jarrett Smith, Ms. Maya Davis, Mr. Jaylen Sanderfer, and finally, Mr. Derrick Lawrence. Thank you for joining us for our first masterclass of 2022. We at CAAPA are happy to announce that we will be bringing you masterclasses every other Wednesday throughout the spring and the fall of 2022. So keep an eye out for announcements. If you are interested in having the Kappa Virtual Masterclass Series partner with your institution, please stay and watch our exit video, which will have our contact information. Thank you everyone for joining us. We at Kappa wish you a great day and God bless.